This is GSDC Romania. Here we have 240 people, and we're broken up right like this. If you want to look at the charts, you can see that we're highly, highly educated. So 99%, almost 100% college degree, some with higher degrees, coming out of predominantly the Polytech here in Bucuresti and the major universities in other places such as Cluj and Timisoara and so on. So we have a mix of the universities here, but quite a good distribution. We are predominantly Romanian. Frederick mentioned that. There's a few foreigners like myself, a few English, a few Italians, Dutch. A lot of these people have come from operators. Frederick mentioned managed services business. We've taken on operations from managed services deals. And so we have a lot of the ex-operator personnel who bring experience here to help us build up the local competence in the local site. But predominantly Romanian staff. And we have a very healthy mixture of males to females. A higher percentage of females compared to the university programs. So we're quite pleased with that, but of course the job is never done until this mix looks 50-50, I think. But we're feeling quite proud about that and happy. And what do we do? So the jobs that we have here, the skills, the people we have here, software developers, solution architects, project managers, operations engineers, lifecycle management technicians. What does all that mean? It means we make things, it means we design things, and once we design them, we deploy them. So we run a project, and some of the things we do, I'll talk about in a few seconds, are quite complex. Today, on your phone, you can do a lot more than just voice. 10 years ago, you would have just used your phone for voice, and you would have used your TV to just receive whatever the national channels were putting out to you. Now your communication devices give you a lot more choices, a lot more flexibility, and it's even hard to tell them apart sometimes, because now you can watch live TV on your mobile phone, for example. There's some televisions you can even do phone calls from. So we're seeing quite an evolution of technology here, and an explosion of data services, an explosion of traffic. I mean, logarithmic growth in traffic and types of services that you can use on your phone or your device, your television, whatever it is you may use. So, give you a few flavors of what we here in GSDC Romania are doing. CNN. Those of you in the media will be quite familiar with CNN. I think we all are. You can now watch CNN on your phone. You can now browse CNN on your mobile phone. That is created by Ericsson. That is designed, developed, deployed, and managed by Ericsson. You see a few screenshots here. And the team in Bucuresti specifically is working on this and working on specific changes to this right now, where, for example, you can get advertisements which are very specific to you, the individual. You could take your phone and you can go out and visit another country, and what kind of ad do you think CNN displays when you're visiting that other country? Sometimes it's an ad for that local country, sometimes it's an ad related to that local community. What if you can make that ad very personalized? So if I take a flight on Lufthansa to India, and I'm in India, how many Indians do you think receive advertisements for Lufthansa or airline services? Not too many, but I could receive one because we know, because we develop it here, that I've come from Bucharest, Germany, wherever, and I've come with a certain profile. So we can target the advertisements, and if you're coming from the media world, you know very well that if you can target the advertisements, there's an awful lot more value. So we develop that capability, and we support that capability here. Another example, parental controls. This is something popular in certain countries, especially the US. Japan, UK a little bit. It's a bit of a cultural thing. How happy are you that your child has a telephone? And you're okay if your 16-year-old has a telephone? Are you okay if your 12-year-old has a telephone, or your 8-year-old? Some people are very uncomfortable with that. But a telephone can be a lifesaver, right? There are many instances where you may like your child or other family members to have a telephone. Always be able to reach the parents. Always be able to make a call in case of an emergency. but you really wouldn't want your 16-year-old using it in the middle of the day in school. So together with one of our customers, one of the big operators in the US, we've developed some features and capabilities so that a parent can control and monitor the usage and the access. And they could block the child from using it during school hours. They could block certain people from sending text messages to the child. SMS bullying is a bit of an issue in some countries. Children, teens being bullied by text messages. So we have the capability to block that. You can just pick the phone numbers you want to block. Alternatively, pick the phone numbers that you only want to have access. So there's a lot more power given to a parent and a lot more peace of mind that the child has a phone, but the child is using it for good things and the child is going to be safe. This is something that we support and enable here, these controls. And we specifically right now are in the middle of developing some alerts functionality so that the parent can receive notifications, text messages or emails based on certain usage patterns of the phone of their child. This could also be used in an enterprise context if you want to manage access rights and such things for employees. And another example, the last one I have, is the Champions League. Champions League final is tomorrow night. Who's going to be watching? I'm a Man United fan and predicting a 1-0 win. I'll be happy with any kind of win. There are some people who won't be able to watch the game because they have to go to work, because they're taking care of whatever personal business or work-related issues. They can't catch the game. But they can catch it on their mobile. And they catch it on their mobile because we have a service which we work with one of our operators where they can receive alerts, notifications every time there's a major event. A substitution, a sending off, a goal, of course. So they receive a message that there's a goal. And they receive a link, and they can click on that link, and they can get a streaming video and actually see the goal just seconds and minutes after it has happened. And that's developed and maintained and supported and monitored from here.
It's extremely important. I mean, it's one of the 21 global service delivery centers we have worldwide. I mean, it's the only one, I mean, that is in the IT industry, I mean, that we have. So it's the unique one that we have in the world. And this, so it's the first one that we have. During last year, I mean, we went through this long process of hiring people. I mean, as we already said, Romania is producing very good, talented, quality engineers, and we are happy to say that, as you saw in the numbers today, more than 60%, I mean, are coming out directly from the university. I mean, so it's very good quality. And the other 40%, of course, are Romanians that are experienced. Well, we maintain these people, of course, in the country, and then they go through a heavy training process, I mean, abroad and in Romania. I mean, the training that they go through, I mean, are not all available in this country, so we have to send them in Germany, in England, to be trained. And it's a long process, cost quite, it's an important investment, I mean, and then when they are well trained, I mean, they come back, I mean, in the country, and they start to be billable. Let's say. What we see, I mean, in this country, we see that there are a lot of Romanians, I mean, that are coming back in Romania in these days. I mean, so they used to emigrate, I mean, in other countries, I mean, to find work, and now I see, and we are employing, I mean, people that are willing to come back to the country. So it's a good future, I mean, a promising future, I mean, for them. Romania, it's a boosting economy. I mean, we have a big interest, I mean, in this country.